Horne to get the nod to start at number 10 in Paris. Exclusive by Robertson. Peter Horne is set to be given the nod at number 10 ahead of Adam Hastings for Scotland's Six Nations clash with France. Sportsmail understands that head coach Gregor Townsend will start the more experienced Horne and leave Hastings on the bench. Townsend had to make a choice between the two after first-choice fly half-pin Russell was ruled out through concussion. Nick Greig, who hasn't played for Scotland since the game against Argentina in Resistencia last summer, is the surprise contender to start in the centre alongside his Glasgow Warriors teammate Sam Johnson.Winger Darcy Graham, who has been in fine form for Edinburgh, is in line to win a place on the bench in Paris. His only Scotland appearance to date was off the bench against Wales in Cardiff back in November. With Scotland missing on-field leaders such as Russell, Stuart Hogg and Ryan Wilson, self-confessed quiet guy Sean Maitland is ready to make himself heard in Paris. For all of Maitland's experience, he is not a member of the influential Thistle Group, the senior Scotland players who liaise most with head coach Gregor Townsend. He accepts, however, that Saturday is a time for him to shoulder greater responsibility. "We've lost a few big personalities, a lot of caps and big talents from the team, and it's definitely going to test us," said Maitland. "If you look at the guys that are out at the moment, it's crazy to think how many leaders are missing. For this game against France, Peter Horne and Adam Hastings have been added to the leadership group, the Thistle Group. I'm not involved. I'm just the quiet guy. The Thistle Group is where the boys meet up twice a week to discuss everything both on and off the field. We have Greig Laidlaw, who plays a big role in the leadership, and he's done a great job. Greig's definitely stepped up and Finn is still floating about, and he's still having input into our attack. It's good he's still in camp. For how long remains to be seen, as the fly half is expected to return to the care of the Racing 92 medical team as he recovers from the concussion that keeps him out of the match in Paris. Duncan Weir was released back to his club Worcester on Wednesday, with Horne set to start at stand-off. Yet Maitland is comfortable playing with whoever is selected at No10. I've got full confidence in whoever gets picked to fill Finn's shoes. You've got to have depth, he said. People say Scotland is lacking the depth in certain positions, but it's important in a World Cup year these guys step up, and also players like myself must take responsibility. Against a French side that is being pummeled at home from fans and the media over their performances so far, Scotland are being tipped to add to the misery despite the players missing. But there is nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal, and Scotland are wary of facing the French backlash. There's been a lot of focus on who France are playing, particularly in their backline, continued Maitland. There are a lot of teams who are using their kicking game as an attacking weapon against them, so you've seen a lot of tries being scored, especially the way England played with these little grubbers going through against them. France named their team early, which was good for us as we could prepare. I'm sure they've been preparing over the last 2 weeks and looking at what they need to improve on. We're not going to start kicking everything at the Stade de France. France are under the pump from their media, so they have a lot to prove, so the first 15 minutes is huge for us. They will fly at us from the start, and we have to be ready. We put a lot of effort into the Ireland match, but our defense was great for 95% of the match. It was just that 5% where we weren't there that cost us. The big thing for me is just finishing our chances against France. In that first half against Ireland we had 3 or 4 times where we got to their 22 and we needed to convert but didn't.